Hello everyone, my name is Lanzo90 and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. I've got our Munar lander on the launch pad here. We are ready to go. I just realized that this thing looks really long, so it might do some pretty heavy wobbling here in a bit. It should be fine. It's a good thing I did upgrade the engine, because the smaller one wouldn't have worked. So let's hope it doesn't burn through our fuel too quickly. Woo woo. Woo 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 woo. Okay, there's that wobbling I said was probably gonna happen. Wow. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, we're going too fast now. Ooh, okay, that was pretty bad. Might want to switch the NEAR back to FAR. The aerodynamics mod. Because we don't have that in-flight display on the aerodynamics anymore. With Near. Seems like we have just about the same amount of fuel that we did the other engine, which is kind of interesting. Since this thing's bigger, I think I'm just going to keep with the velocity vector here and not turn over completely early. So, moon's on the complete other side of the planet, but that's fine. We're not eyeballing it, we're going to use the maneuver node. Alright, now we're high enough up, it should be fine. Notice I did move the control surface thing up here. The SAS, because I realized we probably need it with that last stage. Like, we're probably going to be too heavy for the probe body to be enough. Oh, this is a little bit too early to burn. Get a little bit closer. Okay, that's that stage. Right, keeping it right at the 2-second mark. It's kind of a close call, but as long as it gets us in orbit, I'm not too concerned. Well, except the stage also needs to get us to the moon and do most of the landing work, so I hope it doesn't burn through too much fuel. That's why I put a bigger one on it, because I wanted to make sure we had enough. Alright, so Sun is the target. Seems like a good place to both burn and do the correction for having too high of a ascending and descending node. So I'll add thrust. There we go. Apoapse. Okay, there's the Paraps. Okay, that's good. Potentially before I get there, I want to fix the descending and ascending node thing. The added problems. Ooh, fixed it. That should be perfect, yep. Whoa. Alright, that should be good. And I did set up the action group too. I don't remember if I showed that to you guys or not, but there we go. Everything deployed at once. Looks much nicer than deploying everything individually, at least. And now we head out on our way. This music seems different than what Kerbal Space Program usually plays. I wonder if they added that recently or what. And we're somehow really off of our vector here, which is strange. Okay, and let's see how long it takes to burn. 40 seconds. Yes, it's just about right. I kind of wish you could zoom in on the nav ball. Wonder if they'll ever make a change for that. Because then you'd be able to get it lined up like even more perfectly than you can right now. I should actually suggest that somewhere. I don't know if anyone would listen and do it, but it'd be nice. Way too much, but close enough. You can correct it on the way there. We still have like a third of a tank left. It's good enough, I suppose. Head on our way. If I can. Actually, I don't know which way I need to point yet, so I'm going to put a maneuver node down first. Based on this, we might actually be coming around like the wrong side. It says we're going to go this way around the moon, which we kind of want to be moving around the other side. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. No, maybe that's fine. We'll find out. Okay, that'll... Periaps is very sensitive right now. Okay, that's about what we're looking for. Okay. Let's see how that works for us. Now be careful with the time acceleration. Yeah, we're orbiting around it the wrong way, but doesn't matter too much, I guess. I'm gonna press F5 to save it, though. 20,000. That's extremely close. That's about as close as you can get safely. I think there are like some peaks that are at 10,000 or 14,000 or so. Came in directly onto right inclination, which is awesome, because we adjusted for it. The other one came in way too steep. Okay. Here we go. All we gotta do is slow down and don't need anything fancy. A little bit closer and then okay. Might be landing in here. We'll see. Save it again. You always gotta do a lot more saving when you're doing the landings, because don't know when it's going to go wrong exactly. Ever so slowly floating around it. Really wish you could do faster time acceleration closer in. But there's a mod for that somewhere. Could land there. I think we'll land in this one. Alright, this should be about the spot where we should start slowing down. Get the throttle up. And right about in there, it seems pretty flat. Still have some fuel left, so we'll save it again. Ooh, we're a lot closer than I was kind of thinking we were. Alright, let's start pushing this that way. Actually didn't need our lights, which is good, I suppose. Switch to the surface. Okay. We're very close to running out of fuel, so I might just ditch the stage. Because otherwise it can cause us issues. It does have 7 left, which is a decent amount, so I guess I'll use it for a medium midway slowdown burn of some kind. Fortunately, we're landing like right on an edge of something. But... okay, I'll burn it now. Okay, there it goes. Got landing gear, so we're ready. If I can let that thing hit, or if it can get far enough away where I can see 200, 250, 300, 400 meters, so it's about a, like, oops, I burned a little bit too much there. 2,500 or so is when I need to, or that's where the lane, how far down it is. Hope I don't land in the rock. It's not going to damage us, but it's just going to be weird. Ooh, this is a sharp slope. Okay, that didn't work out. I didn't realize we were on such a steep slope. No! Why was the slope so steep? It's a barely noticeable crater. Alright, I might be able to... I mean, we're technically landed. We could gather the science. It's just I would like... Oh! That almost worked. Just a little bit more to the left and it would have been fine. I picked like the spot I thought was the most flat, but I didn't quite land over here, which is what I was trying to do. I landed in this crater, which is about the smallest one in this thing, but still extremely steep somehow. Still have quite a bit of fuel. I could try to take off again, but... Oh, we're losing more panels. And we lost something else as well. Whoa! That was brutal. Clip through the rock. Alright. On landing gear. There we go. One solar panel left, which is crappy, but hey, it's landed successfully now. Definitely not the best landing. Can't believe we managed to land on the very smallest end of the smallest crater inside of a bigger crater, which is supposed to make it a little bit easier to land. Oh well. When I was aiming for a spot that was relatively flat. So we're gonna have trouble getting data sent back, which is really crappy. Now this power is not gonna recover very fast. Okay, that was the gravity data? No, it's seismic data. There's no pressure data, I don't think. It's gravity data, send that back. Only had one receiver left too. Or low gain antenna. So I have a high gain, but I'm still not 100% sure if these work. They do. It says transmit data. I wonder if I do the temperature, keep the data, and then you tell this one to transmit. But yeah, that one sent it that time. That sent it a lot faster. Because it just defaults to the smaller one, which I'm not exactly sure why. Scan the radio waves and keep it, and then send it with this. It does use more power, but overall it's the same amount of power. At least we landed when the sun was up in this location, which certainly helps. Well, it's 3/4 of our solar panels, though. That recharged. Yeah, time acceleration does help. Wasn't 100% sure about that. That's radio waves, so now we're to the... Or was it the radio waves? I think it was. I'm fairly certain that it was. This back. It's the upload rate, then I'm not sure that time acceleration doesn't help with the upload rate, which is interesting. Okay, so that's all that science, except for rerunning it, but that's unnecessary. We'll take a photo and send that back. And take one from this side as well, just for the heck of it. Alright. Whoa, whoa. Ah, ah, ah. I don't know how many days just passed. I was trying to slow down time acceleration, instead I sped it up. 10 days went by. I'm not sure how much of that was just sitting here and how much of that was from other stuff, but oh well. This mission is successful, sort of. So I need to rename it actually before I go. I'm actually not going to do any reloading of stuff in this playthrough, so that's why, even though in most cases I would have just reloaded from a crash like that, but hey, we got through it, so that was fine. So now I think the next step is a sample return mission. Robotically, not with Kerbals. Sample returns are big, though. Require a lot more. I'm not even sure this... It might be enough. It depends on if I have to upgrade the... well, not upgrade, but switch to a larger lander size, which I think I do need to do, but we'll see. So first, we have a more simple stage that is just the lander. Those are all different sizes. Okay. I think that's the engine I want to use because I need a low profile one. There's also this one, which is the stock one, which isn't too bad. Mass 0.5, mass 0.5, thrust 50, thrust 55. Vacuum performance 390. Vacuum 390. I think they're pretty much the same. Yes, I think we'll use this one. We need a battery. You know what? I don't think I have the sample return parts installed. Thought I did. Well, I'll have to download that. Don't have enough time in this episode to get there and back anyway. So I think I could download the mod in the meantime. Here's the sample return bin though. Except it's for this size of thing, so it doesn't really help that much. So till then, what else does this thing need? Needs power. No, you know what? I started with the wrong stuff. I have to start with the thing that actually comes back, not the thing that lands. Alright, so this little guy It's gonna need the sample return thing once I find that, but till then he also needs power. And it itself isn't actually gonna do much. So it doesn't need actual batteries for the most part, though I might stick some on it just to be safe. It just needs parachutes. A second ago I saw a real shoots parachute, but I'm not seeing it now. Where did I see that at? I don't know, I just looked at it. I'm going insane. Oh, there it was. Real shoot, stack shoot. Just reading what it says here. Must go downwards to deploy. How big is it? Oh, it's gigantic. Never mind. I can resize it, but it's fairly large too. I'm not sure if the Real Shoots mod affects the base stock parts. I guess we'll just stick them on like that. Actually needed the top to be open anyway because I wanted to stick a couple of Immunitrons on. Probably 6, I mean not 6, but 4. Then it also needs the super tiny heat shield. This one. So tiny. And then we need the decoupler for it, which I'm not exactly sure which one it is. That's big. It's big. That's big. That's big. That's big. That's gigantic. I swear there's a 0.6 meter decoupler. This one? Ooh. There has to be a... It's the closest one there is. That's kind of strange. There's like there's decouplers for every other size except for that one. Oh, there's a mini one that's just standard. Standard game decoupler. You know what? That's still not right. Because this has to come home. Actually, that is right, because it's going to have to decouple from whatever gets it back into space. Which could be the lander itself. It's a possibility. Grab one of these. Resize it to that. Oh, second. A little bit of extra fuel here with these. They actually look quite a lot, so. That should do it. So then we're also going to need another one of those mini decouplers. We also want to make sure everything's deploying in the right stages. Might have to do a test flight of this thing first, because I don't know exactly how real shoots works. Okay, so let's grab a small adapter. I can find the one that's the right size for this thing. Is it this one? Yes, it is. That, and then small probe body with a battery. And with science. Okay, and engine. Gonna need landing legs that are a little bit bigger. Okay. And it's gonna need transmitters. Not 4, but 2. So kind of like that, I think. Use these solar panels that have casings on them, because maybe that'll help. Okay, so this thing's going to be heavy, so it's going to need a pretty big lifting body, and for some reason I didn't save the lifting body of the geostationary satellite, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So we're going to need 2.5. That's good. That'll fit. Yeah, is the staging all good? No. So use that one until we land. This one is at takeoff, which will also fire this at the same time. That's to separate the engine. Alright, that's all good now. Propulsion. So we have to be careful because we need to use the... I don't think I changed this one. I thought about doing it, but I didn't. I still don't know how I feel about that. It's a very efficient engine, but RCS isn't supposed to burn efficiently, which is why I get scared that this thing somehow burns efficiently. The only other option is the liquid podal, I think. Well, actually now I have this thing. It's not quite as efficient though, so it's about the same as the liquid podal, except it's flatter. I do like the look of this one. How much thrust does it have? 200. Liquid Podal has 220. This one has 225. I guess we'll just use this one. It worked last time, it's just very strange that it uses monopropellant now. Very, very strange. I'm not sure what made them make that decision. But it's their decision to make. Main engine. I don't really remember what we used the last time. So this is the weakest one, which I don't think that's going to be enough. Unless I maybe made it dual engines that are like that. How much ISP does it get? 110. 285. 80. That does 230 per thing, so I could get 4 of them, and they'd do close to 600, right? No, it'd be 800. Somewhat close to this. I think I'm going to do what we did before, which is... I think I did it before, I can't remember if I actually did or not. I remember us having a lot of trouble deciding on what exactly to do. I think we'll do that, and then we'll do 4 of the Maverick Wildcats. Just making sure they weren't the Vesta. The Vesta's not quite as good. Then it needs the big winglets. And it probably needs boosters. And it's gonna need SAS. It's taking a lot longer to get done than I thought it would. This is probably super overkill, but oh well. Those aren't quite centered right. The question is it... It's always hard to tell if it's these boosters that aren't centered right, or if it's the... Maybe they are centered right. Ugh, it's so hard to tell. No, they're not. They're not. Okay, that's right, I think. Yeah. Bring it down to there. Need space tape. I need to remember to save this one this time, because... Ooh, does this take a long time to do? Okay. Now the launch stabilizers. Never sure where to put these things. It's like that. Okay. Thrust limiter, like 60. Still might not be enough, but got those, and then these. Then these. Such a big rocket. Takes so long. Here we go. Okay, I think everything's right, but this thing is huge and so many stages I don't even know what's going on. There's an extra stage here for some reason. Alright, so this is a new rocket. Like Tantus 1. Here's 3. Save it. Grab everything up to here, put it in there. Tantus 1. Save. Pull it back out. Stick it back on. Save, and then we're good to go for the next episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.